What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. Now, if you guys have seen in my past few uploads, I have been showing you guys how I make silver through refining, crafting, and market flipping. What I didn't touch on is gathering. Before we talk about anything else, I should say gathering is the ultimate form when it comes to making silver, because it only requires you to buy the gathering tools and the gathering gear needed, and the rest of it is just your time. So basically what I'm saying is 100% profit compared to like refining, where you have to buy certain resources in order to refine it, like skins if you're refining skin, fiber if you're refining fiber. But when it comes to gathering, all it requires is your time. Mind you, gathering, I really don't like gathering. It's boring. But like everyone else, when I first started playing Albion online, the first thing I hopped onto was gathering. Over the years, I've refined the method of gathering basically, so I got it down to a T. A lot of you guys have seen other YouTubers talk about this, so I'm gonna give you my own personal view when it comes to gathering. But like I said, in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys how to gather, little tips and tricks that I've picked up along the way, and I'm gonna share with you guys. So right now I'm on the East server. This is my old account on the East server. First of all, these are very important. I should touch on this right now. Different cities have different resources. So if you click on Bridgewatch, all right, let's click on Lazy Grass. So up here on the top right, you'll see that Bridgewatch has a hide, fiber, and ore. These are the three main resources that you'll find here in Bridgewatch. If you click on Matlock, you can see that in Matlock, wood, stone, and ore are the three main resources. You won't find any skin and you won't find any fiber. So each city usually has free resources, in-game resources that players need in order to say craft or build or whatever. Alright, so let's head on back down to Bridgewatch, and then like I said, if you click on Lazy Grass, the main resource in Bridgewatch is hide, so skins. Second after hide is fiber, and then third after fiber is ore. Alright, so this is very important. As you can see, because I'm in Bridgewatch, the free tools I have is the sickle, because that's for the fiber, the skinning knife, that's for the animals, the hide, and ore. And then, like I said, this is a brand new account. I'm still trying to level it up. The second thing I want to talk about is zones. So if I pull up the map again, as you can see, the blue and yellow zones, they're considered safe zones. So in the blue zone, you're completely safe unless you're faction flagged. That means other factions can attack you. So basically what I'm trying to say is gathering in the blue and yellow zones are safe. The tier level of resources that you're going to find in the blue and yellow zones are usually tier 5 and lower. So you can find tier 5 hide, tier 5 fiber, tier 5 ore in the safe zones, especially in the yellow zone. So in the blue zones, you'll find tier 1 up to tier 4. The yellow zones, you'll find I think it's tier 3 up to tier 5. That's the yellow zone. Then when you come to the red zones, you'll find resources ranging from tier 3 to tier 6. I've yet to come across any tier 7s. I don't think you can. Maybe you can. If you can, let me know in the comment sections. But as far as I'm concerned, it's usually from tier 3, tier 4 up to, and the highest is tier 6. Alright, and anything that's tier 7 and tier 8 related, you need to head up here, and this is called the black zone. So these are the black zones, and different zones have different tier levels. As you come up here, you can see them up here. These are the different tier levels on each zone. For now, in this video, I'm not going to touch on the black zone or the red zone. I'm going to talk about the safe zone. When you're new to gathering, right, a lot of people do like simple mistakes, and I will touch on that real soon. Since we've discussed about the tier levels in different zones, another factor that I should talk about is the gear that you're using. Right now I'm looking to skin, so that's why I have the skinner's cap, the skinner's garb, and the skinner's boots. And what I like to use when I'm skinning is the longbow, mainly because the longbow has a big reach, and when you press E on the longbow, I'll show you right now, so this is the E, it has a AoE effect. So what I like to do is like trigger animals from different areas to come to me, and then I just drop an E on top of me and kill them. And the other reason why I wear skinning gear is, as you can see up here on the top left where my mouth is, your gathering yield bonus for tier 4 hide or lower is increased by 0.2%. Alright, so anything that can give you an advantage when it comes to gathering, I suggest taking it. And in saying that, guys, pork pies, the reason why I use pork pies is, if you can look at the pork pie buff, it increases your gathering yield by 15%, and it decreases your carry weight by 30%, and it lasts for 30 minutes. So if you use pork pie together with the gathering gear, as you can see, your gathering yield is increased by 0.25%. If you add on the pork pie, it's also increased by 15%. So there are also different tiers for the pork pies. We'll head on over right now to the market and have a look at it real quick. So here's the pork pies, and you can see they're about 10,000. There's different enchantments for the pork pies. So this is just a regular flat tier 7 pork pie. Point 1, as you can see, is 25k, and if we read the buff on it, it increases your yield by 17.5% and increases your max load by 35%. And as you saw earlier, when you click on the regular pork pie, your gathering yield is increased by 15% and your max load by 30%. So basically, when you use a 7.1 pork pie, it increases your gathering yield by 3%. And do I recommend using the enchanted pork pies? No, not when you're gathering in the safe zones, for example the yellow zone and the blue zone. Just take a normal regular pork pie. When it comes to using enchanted pork pies, let's say I'm looking to gather in the red zone, then I might take a 7.1 pork pie. I'll just take one, and I'll pop that pork pie, and for 30 straight minutes I'll be gathering in the red zone just for 30 minutes while the pork pie is active. As you can see, the 0.3 is like 200k. That is really too much. Anyways, the 0.3 increases your gathering yield by 22.5% and your max load by 45%. Alright, now like I said, if I was gathering in the red zone, I might use a 7.1 pork pie. I might, it's not guaranteed, but let's say there's a node like a 6.4 tree node in the black zone, then I really do recommend that you go out with your max gathering gear, use Avalonian tools and the 7.3 pork pie. That's the only time I'll ever recommend using 7.3 pork pie to gather with. Anyways, now that I've explained all of that, and I hope you guys took notes, I'm about to show you how to gather. You see this one Swiftclaw, since he's by himself, I wouldn't like, you can kill him and harvest his skin, but in my opinion that's just a complete waste of time. However, you see these, so we got birds. This is called a moor bird, and that is a cougar, and we've got several of them located in this area. I would recommend that you harvest them. So pop your poison and then just attack each animal. The reason why you attack each animal is to bring them closer to you, and then once they're all bunched up like this and you applied your poison, you can just E on top and finish them off with a Q. Some of them survived. I don't know how that happened. And then there you go. Alright, this is efficient compared to killing one animal at a time. You killed multiple animals in one small area. Then you can skin them. Another thing I should touch on is using books. So if you're looking to gather, I recommend you buy gathering books and fill them as you're gathering. Alright guys, here's another example. Let's say you want to kill all these stags, but you also want to gather these fiber nodes. What I like to do sometimes is activate my poison, start auto attacking these different stags. As you can see here, drop my E, Q. Alright, and let's say you're gathering in the black zone or the red zone. You see these stags that you just killed, it's protected. No one can gather them for the next, I think, 2 minutes. So you have 2 minutes to harvest these nodes, these fiber nodes, and you can come back to the hide after you gather these fiber nodes. Now that's another small trick that I use when gathering, especially in the lethal zones like black and red zones, is I would kill the animals for their skin, but instead of harvesting the skin straight away, I'll gather like a tree or some fiber that's nearby. Then I'll come, because it's protected for the next 2 minutes, I think. I'm not sure guys, it could be 2 minutes, I could be wrong. These stags are protected from anyone trying to take the skin. One thing I did forget, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys will notice this, I forgot to pop my food. It's absolutely fine. This is the safe zone. As you can see, I have premium bonus activated. So, but anyways guys, those are the tips I wanted to show you. Another huge issue that we have on Albion is bots. I've been playing this game for roughly 2 years now, and I've seen bots every single time. Is there a way to get rid of them? I don't think so. I don't think we can get rid of bots. They'll get banned, but people will find ways around to get bots. So anyways guys, I hope this video was informational. I hope you learned something from it. My goal is to teach you guys everything I know when it comes to Albion Online, every single trick that I know, and I'm doing that right now with all my videos. As you can see, I want everyone to enjoy this game. Yeah, so it's your boy Musi, and I'm out of here, people.